Let me see, take a bite. Fucking marrana. Hey partner, can I have some pie? No, it's mine. First met Robert in 2008 on the perimeter in Newton. I looked at him and he looked at me. The first thing I wondered, I'm like, what's wrong with this dude's head?
When I first met Rob, it was probation at Newton Division.
I first met Rob when I was new to Newton and he was a new P1 there.
When he was assigned to West LA. I was a probationer in West LA and he was a P2 over there.
2 years ago, when I first met him, I was working Watch 3. He was a new guy.
Like 2.5 years ago, I just got to Harbor Station. He was one of the officers that approached me and started talking to me.
I was on the same car as him, which was 5Z1.
He was my first partner for the first 2 months. We worked 5Z1.
A couple years ago, he came in very quiet, shy, didn't want to talk too much. You can tell him that he was like the new guy.
His locker is pretty much about 3 lockers across from mine.
I was in the locker room, we just seen him walking around. We're both shy. We meet new people.
He's very quiet. He came into the locker room with all his gear. Him and Medina started whispering at each other. They always would whisper to each other. They didn't want anybody to hear, but they were always laughing together.
I knew Robert before I met him. Talking to his partner, Richard Medina, he said, hey, one of my buddies is coming to work and partner up with me.
It was when him and Medina came on to Watch 3.
I was partnered up with Richard for a couple months, and he used to always talk about his friend Robert, how he couldn't wait till he'd come down to the harbor so he could work with him. And finally he came down and Richard introduced me to him.
A lot of people thought he was quiet, but in reality he wasn't quiet at all once you got to know him.
Medina and Sanchez would always make cracks at me whenever I was getting my equipment.
We'll always be like, making fun of each other, busting jokes. That's something that I will definitely miss from Robert.
He was a strong guy. One of our other coworkers, Maynard, would always talk smack to him. One day after work, he started challenging Sanchez. Next thing you know, both of them are pushing and shoving each other in their underwear in the locker room.
He thought I was a dork. And it's funny because I was thinking he was a dork too when I first saw him.
We're finding places with ghost stories and like, hey, let's go here, let's go there. And, we found one and we started telling the ghost stories to other officers.
That it was a haunted house. And I remember Rob would turn to me and he'd be like, hey, you want to go see it? He was interested in ghosts.
We had training together and I decided I was going to steal Rich from him and make him my partner when we were doing batons. Rich and I were just like doing batons, just like beating the crap out of each other and laughing. And every time we'd look over, Rob was probably about 5 people away. And we'd just look over and he would just have this look on his face like I just stole his puppy dog from him. It was, hi, we're here at my house. We're just having a little get together, to tell stories about Rob and get Rich out of the house.
They want me to socialize with the broken jaw, so.
I would like to build model airplanes. He knew like directions of travel for the planes up in the sky.
He has his app on his phone where he could see like planes and shit and like stars, and he points at the sky, he knows what it is.
Once he found out I was from Egypt, he used to always tell me how he collected these model airplanes, and he had one specifically from Egypt Air.
My favorite part of Sanchez was his laugh.
One thing that we always try to make him do is laugh, because when he laughs, dude, his whole body would start to shake. When he'll laugh, he'd kind of stiffen up his arms.
He always had a big grin on his face.
I remember his smile, just a smile that can light up the whole room.
He always had a smile on his face.
He was just the happiest guy. Whenever he would say hi to me, it wouldn't just be a hi. She would say, hey, mi amor, what's going on?
Did you have any little nicknames for you, like Spanish nicknames?
Baboso.
He'd always come up to me and call me mija, like if I was his.
Yeah, call me reina.
He would teach me something in Spanish and I would repeat it back to him, but I sounded horrible at it. Necesito comer. So he was just making fun of me throughout the whole time.
But the one thing that I remember him saying, and he ended up teaching me, was "Yapa que puta." I don't know what it means. I sing too. I sing a little verse. Vivo tres animales, ya quiero coma mi vida. You know what?
Ay, qué bonita te ves.
Dame un abrazo, dame un beso.
And as soon as we got together, he started messing around. And I only have 6 months on him, so I would always tease him about that.
Meet up at night when it was downtime, go get a snack.
We just shoot the breeze, talked about work, and then also talk about restaurants and stuff like that, because I know Rob liked to go eat a lot.
He would always stuff his face with food, man. He would always get mad at me for leaving my food, not finishing it. He's like, man, you're such a little kid. And I'm like, what, man, I'm a fool. I'm not hungry anymore. And he would just take my food and he would eat it. He would never leave any food on the table.
They were just doing what they do. The car door was open and they were just punching each other and getting each other in headlocks and being silly.
As serious as the situation was, Robert still had a smile on his face and was still laughing and still joking.
You felt at home. He would make me feel that this was my home.
I miss the laughter, the jokes.
I'm gonna miss you, man, and I'm gonna miss having you here with us.
I will do my very best to take care of Medina for you, because I know that that's what you want. And I can't wait to see you again.
I know you're up there watching us, making sure we're okay down here.
You're a good friend. I'll miss having fun with you.
Gracias por las sonrisas y eso voy a extrañar, y gracias por ser un buen persona y buen compañero.
Yo sé que el gran hombre, el gran amigo que él fue para mí, para todos nosotros aquí, yo sé que hay muchas historias que ustedes tienen y pueden compartir con nosotros.
Not a day goes by that I don't go to work. I wish you were here. I miss you, brother.
Watch over us like a little guardian angel.
I'm gonna miss you a lot. I'm gonna miss your silly grin.
You've always been all my heart and everybody's heart here at work.
Hey Rob, I'll miss you, buddy.
I miss you, brother.
I know you're gonna be my guardian angel. We're gonna miss you, Robert.
We'll miss you. You'll always be in our hearts.
Even though Robert was an only child, I considered him my brother. Even though he was older than me, he acted immature. So I always said he was the little brother I never had. And he would just laugh. He would say, shut up, or he would drive me crazy throughout the whole 12 hours we would work. Sanchez family, Sonia, his parents, I'm gonna miss them dearly. And if you guys need anything, I'm here for you.
I just wish all this was a dream.
5L90, have an officer reporting an officer involved. TC, officer needs help. Anaheim and President.
Right after the incident, our incident, a couple nights after I was home, and I had a dream that we were at work. We had just got our roll call, and me and him had the habit of even trying to beat the P1s to get our equipment because we just wanted to eat and just get away from everybody. So in my dream, I remember that we were both running down the stairs with another officer, a female officer. We ran down, we got to the bottom of the stairs, and he just started laughing. He couldn't stop laughing, and his laughter is what woke me up. When I woke up, I looked around and I'm like, oh man, I'm like, that was a dream. But that's all I can remember hearing in my dream, him laughing.
But your beard someday might be. And she woke up in a cold sweat on the floor next to a family portrait drawn.